This meeting is one many here believe will help the federal government in its efforts to enhance the ease of doing business and also monitor the issuance of tax incentives and waivers. It's a public hearing organized by the Senate Committee on Finance on two tax laws, the Tax Incentives Management and Transparency Bill and the Companies Income Tax Act. The chairman of the committee outlines the focus of one of the bills.
With the primary objective of encouraging investments in the industrial and mining sectors of the economy in rural areas, where ordinarily it would have been unattractive to invest as there are no facilities and infrastructure.
For the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria, the amendment to the Companies Income Tax Act will boost investment and encourage entrepreneurs. They, however, make this proposal.
This section should be amended to include existing companies. This will encourage existing companies to expand their operations so as to benefit from the incentives when they invest in such locations.
The chairman of the Federal Inland Revenue Service has a contrary view. He also opposes another section that seeks to extend tax holidays for companies.
We believe that 10 years is a very long time for any business not to generate a profit. And I believe investors also would have taken due recognition of the investment and the time that they expect for profit to be made. And I'm just going to section 39(1), which would result also in a tax holiday of 7 years. I think it will not be consistent with section 36 of CITA, and also 7 years, I think, is more than adequate.
For the Senate President, it is clear that government must give the private sector incentives to help out with public infrastructure.
If you look at the deficit that is required, I cannot see from revenue government budgetary allocation over the next 10, 20 years will be enough to fund these projects that are required on road infrastructure. And I think that we must begin to look to how do we truly incentivize the private sector to take some of this responsibility.
Some changes were proposed to the bill on Tax Incentives Management and Transparency Bill. The committee says the positions put forward here will shape the final bills that will be presented to the Senate for passage. Lanre Lasese, Channels Television News.